A former U.S. Surgeon General is criticizing Florida Governor Ron DeSantis for not ordering a statewide stay-at-home order.
Dr. Vivek Murthy was the nation's top doctor during the last 3 years of the Obama administration. He's now a member of the Joe Biden campaign team, and he talked extensively to CBS 4's Jim DeFede. Jim is joining us live from his home studio to share more on the conversation. I'm not sure I got the name right, Jim.
Dr. Murthy, that's okay. It's a hard name, but Florida has a special place in his heart because he actually grew up in Miami, graduated from Palmetto High School. His family still remains in Miami, many of them doctors here locally. And so when I talked to him, he talked about how that we're doing better in terms of trying to create stay-at-home orders across the state, but he did have fault with Florida. Here's a little of that sound.
Because many states have put in strict stay-at-home measures, we are now starting to see some of the results of that, and I think we are on a better curve, but we are nowhere near out of the woods yet, and we still have many states which have not gone the full distance and made sure that stay-at-home orders are in place. Unfortunately, my home state of Florida is one of those states, and this is one of those times when you cannot take half measures. You can't say, well, we'll just do a little bit now in terms of shutting down a few counties, and then we'll see how it goes. That is not how pandemics work. That's not how viruses behave. They don't care what county you're in. They spread quickly throughout counties. That's why it's so important this is a nationally coordinated effort and that we have all states move towards stay-at-home orders until we get the virus under control. If you care about saving lives, if you care about the long-term health of the economy, you've got to issue those orders right now. It should have been done, frankly, weeks ago throughout the entire country. And every day that we wait is a day that the virus continues to spread.
And now testing is another issue that I talked to Dr. Murthy about. One of the complaints he has is that we're clearly not doing enough testing. So often doctors just aren't doing the test on people unless they're critically ill. Here's what he had to say about that.
This is not the way we need to be testing if we really want to know where the infection is. So if you see the numbers and you think they're high, keep in mind that not only do these reflect people who were infected a week or two ago, but they also reflect a picture that's incomplete because we very likely have somewhere between 5 to 10 times the number of infections that are reflected in our numbers because we're just not testing enough to see the real numbers.
So think about that for a second. With 6,000 plus cases in Florida, if his numbers are right, that means that we've really got 30 to 60,000 people who we have not picked up on yet. He also talked about masks. He says that right now he doesn't see masks being essential for everyone who leaves outside because there isn't enough masks to go around.
Okay, Jim. Yes, there has been talk about those masks. Initially, they were saying there wasn't enough of them to provide healthcare workers, and so they were encouraging everyone not to buy masks. And now there's talk that everyone should be wearing masks when they go outside.
Okay. That's right. But again, the issue is you don't want to take it away from healthcare workers. So we're going to see how that debate plays out in the days ahead.
Yeah, they're debating that as we speak. Jim, thank you very much for joining us from your home studio.